What's up, Football Nation? Thanks again for tuning in to another video. Thanks again for tuning into my channel, Kavan Renee. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Again, thank you to all my new subscribers. And today I want to talk about a really hot topic that's going around the NFL right now, and that is the amendment to the Rooney Rule. Now, for those who don't know what the Rooney Rule is, it's a rule that was established back in 2003 by the former Pittsburgh Steelers owner, Dan Rooney. And he implemented this rule, and the rule stated that if any of the 32 NFL teams had a coaching vacancy, that team must interview at least one minority candidate for that head coaching position. And in 2009, that rule expanded to general manager vacancies as well as other front office positions alike. Now, teams decided to violate this order. They could draw up to $500,000 in fines. I know that may not seem like a lot of money to a billionaire NFL owner, but the fine is there and up to $500,000. It initially worked at first, but within the recent years, the Rooney Rule just has not been quite effective. Of the 32 NFL teams, there are only 4 head coaches: Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Brian Flores of the Miami Dolphins, Ron Rivera of the Washington Redskins, and Anthony Lynn of the LA Chargers. Within the past 3 years, there has been 19 total head coaching vacancies. And within the past 3 years, only 2 of those spots have been filled by minority candidates. Now, there has been an amendment to the Rooney Rule. The changes are that they have to interview at least 2 minority candidates for head coaching positions and GM positions, and they have to interview at least 1 minority candidate for positions such as offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special teams coach. In addition to, they have to interview minorities and female candidates for executive positions such as football operations, finance, marketing. So what this amendment is trying to do is really gain exposure to a more diverse candidate pool. What really struck the controversy here was that they proposed draft incentive for the hiring of minority head coaches and general managers. Obviously, these positions should be filled based on merit and based on credential and just simply being qualified for the job. Candidates should not be hired based on incentive, period. So that struck a lot of controversy around the league. Now, the idea of draft incentive for hiring is something that got tabled during the owners' meeting and the voting of this amendment. It got tabled to possibly discuss at a later date, but there was a lot of backlash, and it's just something that maybe the intent was good, but it just did not at the moment curate into something that seemed fair and feasible. And I just want to take you to Louis Riddick, who is a former NFL player himself and now respected NFL analyst. He talks about his thoughts and his feelings on that proposal of providing draft incentive. He is also someone who has applied for several general manager positions in the league. So here's what he had to say.
I think first and foremost, look, I have spoken about this a lot, but when thinking about how I wanted to kind of frame this discussion this morning, I think irony is the first thing that comes to mind in this sense. It's ironic that owners are voting on something today, on a proposal today that the diversity committee is bringing to the table. They're voting on something that they, in fact, are responsible for. Okay, they're responsible for the hiring or not hiring of minority head coaches and general managers, and yet they're right now voting on whether or not they should incentivize themselves to go ahead and carry through with some of the things that the Rooney Rule was intended to do. That's very ironic to me. I mean, so in essence, you're saying that I myself, or we as owners are voting on something that we just can't in good conscience do on our own just because it's the right thing to do, which is to level the playing field, hire people based on their merit and competency, and then let the best men then, go ahead and compete against one another for the ultimate prize in the NFL, which is winning a Super Bowl. We're not capable of doing that on our own without the diversity committee incentivizing us. That's in essence what this discussion is about.
So there you have it. Leave a comment below. Let's get the conversation going. Let's get the discussion going. Let me know what you think about the Rooney Rule itself and the changes to the rule. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.